So today's my topic is based on the water treatment. So water treatment. So why the water treatment is required means uh, to kill the unwanted bacteria developed in water. So the water should be safest and portable to the drinking purpose. So for that, that is the ultimate goal for conducting the treatment in drinking water. So the requirements goal means safe and clean of drinking water. The requirement is identify the source of water in terms of quality and quantity, then find out the location, then cost and sustainability, then protect the source water from the concentration, contamination, the watershed management plans, appropriate treatment of raw water from the sources, safe distribution of treated water for the clean, safe drinking from the tap. So this is the one thing. So that has been analyzed. Then conventional drinking water means so design our primary objectives of water. So that is a primary thing we have been taken that point. So why we conducting this type of treatment means the microbial pathogenic, that is coliforms, has been developed in drinking water. So we have to remove that coliforms from the drinking water. So what's the purpose of killing that drinking pathogens from the drinking water means it can cause the health issues to the humans while having the consumption. So then particles, color and turbidity also has been reduced from the primary objective. Then total dissolved solids also removed. That is a hard water. So that it all comes under the health and aesthetic concerns. So from the secondary objectives are removed of dissolved pollutants. So that's also health concerns based on the IS 10,500. Generally, what are the things have been present in water means. So it should be good in water, good in taste, and also the pH should not exceed the limit. So it should not crosses the pH of about the 7. So the inorganic means the hardness. What are the inorganic? What are the things have been comes under the inorganic means hardness, alkalinity, Fe, Cl, F, calcium, magnesium, copper, manganese, SO42 minus, NO3 minus, Hg. So these are all the things has been present in as an inorganic matter in the water. Then organic matter means pesticide, oil, detergent, finance. Like these categories are comes under the water. So for the conventional drinking water, what is the thing we have been kept in mind means the GW is nothing but the groundwater, and also we have the comparison between the surface water. Surface water is the runoff water. It can be from get it from the river, or lake, or any kind of reservoir. So groundwater have the tends to lower dissolved oxygen compared to the surface water. So can have little microbial contamination, especially if groundwater is the form of deep aquifer, much higher concentration of inorganic components that are ions, cations. So ions means chloride, carbonate, sulfate, bromide, nitrates, fluoride, arsenate, and arsenate materials also present in a high much concentration in groundwater. Also the cations. So while coming to the topic of surface water, it has a high turbidity, then microbial concentration, dissolved oxygen concentration varying depend upon the organic matter concentration. So this is the flowchart for the turbidity surface water has been given. So water intake or infiltration gallery, then what are the treatment has been followed in the process. It means that we have to conduct that screening process and remove the turbidity, and total dissolved solids are also removed from the process of screening or pre-sedimentation tank. There are two types of sedimentation tank is available in the treatment process. That is, one is pre-sedimentation and another one is post-sedimentation. So when it is screening, by the screening itself, the screening has been conducted for removing of the turbidity and the total suspended solids. So that are the things has been total dissolved solids, total suspended solids has been removed in the screening process itself. While coming to the coagulation and flocculation, it's also turbidity. When arising of water, the material has been deposited at the bottom of the tank, bottom of the filtration tank. So then the colloidal particle can be removed by this process of coagulation and flocculation. When it is comes under the settling tank means that's a flow removal tank. So flow removal then comes under the filtration, turbidity, TSS, total suspended solids, flow also removal by the process of filtration. By disinfection and storage, we remove all the pathogenic materials. So hard groundwater means there must be aeration, out, softening, filtration with or without pre-chlorination, the disinfection and storage. Low DO level, presence of other gases, precipitation of reduced minerals like iron, AS, magnesium due to the property of oxidation. Softening means removal of calcium, magnesium from the hardness. So filtration means that is a turbidity, then TS, colloidal material removal. Chlorine to prevent the biological growth on the filter media. So disinfection means to remove the pathogenic organism which has been developed in the water can be removed by using the disinfection method. So the conventional drinking water process, so that is a main thing is aeration. Aeration means supply of oxygen inside the water to grow the development of bacteria. That bacteria uh, can be growth inside the tank. Then screening, remove all the floating and suspended debris. Debris means waste. So this is the how the water has been treated. This is a few pictures has been given for the treatment of water. So groundwater, then solids and suspensions. So that's a discrete particles. Particles does not changes their shape and size and specific gravity over the time. So that is called discrete particles. Does not changes its shape, sizes, and specific gravity. Then flocculating particles size, shape, specific gravity of the particles changes over the time as they aggregate or closeless. So dilute suspension, it means that if a concentration of particle in a suspension is insufficient to displace the water as particle settles down is called as dilute suspension. So concentrated suspension, it means that if a concentrated particles in a suspension is sufficient to displace the water as a particle settle. So this is how the filtration and how the reverse osmosis and how the process are moving down in a separation process, how the bacterial growth and how the particle sizes to be find out in a water treatment process. The virus present in the water, that's the micron size, that's the bacteria, the small colloids, the larger colloids, then solid content, then sand content, then flow particles. This is the category has been given that how the dia and the microns of organism growth inside the water and also the particles present inside the water before it has been conducted to the treatment. The solid separation, sedimentation, and clarification. How the solid has been separated. Separation means by the process of sedimentation and clarification. By using the clarifier, we can reduce the solid separation. So there are three types of solid has been present in water, which has been reduced off by the process of sedimentation. So removal of discrete particles that is greater than 1 micron that are very high enough to settle down in a gravity alone. From that process, we are using this sedimentation are not properly used for removal of entire presented particles inside the water. Sedimentation and settling tanks are the flow removal as well. So the detention timing is ranges from 1 to 10 hours. So the coagulation treatment, so this is the final one, so which has been conducted in the water. So the how to remove the water and how the water is safely for the drinking purpose and what is the pH has been maintained in the water for the drinking purpose. It's all be analyzed and then they concluded that the water will be conducted for the proper treatment only suitable for the potable one. Okay, so thank you for this presentation.